Hi Paleo lovers. So it's week 3 but in my challenge, but really I've been doing this for 3 or 4 weeks. 4 weeks without sugar, 6 weeks without dairy. But yesterday, I feel like it's confession time, I fell badly off the wagon. I had an appointment with my lawyer because I'm going through property settlement with my ex. Oh my God. And I was in Bendigo and I just had to buy takeaway. Well, I went gluten-free, but oh my God, I tell you, the gluten-free roll tasted like nothing. It was horrible. It was just like filler. It reminded me of those models who talk about eating cotton wool balls to fill themselves up. That's what it was like. And yeah, so I didn't enjoy that. I had a little bit of apple pie. So I've had sugar, and I couldn't sleep last night. I could not sleep. I was awake till 1 o'clock. So now I know if I can't sleep, why I can't sleep. But what I really want to say to you is this, because this has come up in our paleo group a lot. You know, why do we sabotage ourselves like this? Why do we fall off the wagon and have a day where we don't eat proper food? So I don't think it's about you. I don't think it's about me. I think it's about partly the society that we live in. We haven't set ourselves up for good food choices. So I couldn't, well, this is perhaps not true. I probably could have walked into a cafe in Bendigo and said, look, can you just give me some chicken and salad in a carton? I don't eat a roll. But it's not a normal thing, you know. And then the stress. I was stressed to the max, like above here, because I just had to sit with my lawyer for an hour. And I've had cravings all day, every day for the last 3 weeks. Honestly, I have. And I'm doing this on my own. And that's part of my the video on preparation. You know, get yourself some good support. And on Saturday, I had my kids and I had my Facebook group. So I got some good support and didn't succumb that day. But every day is a trial, which is why this is called the Paleo Trial. So every day is a trial. So anyway, today I'm hustling hard and getting back into the groove. So I'm going to do lamb ossobuco for lunch. So here's my beautiful lamb. I went to the expense of buying organic, grass-fed, well, I expect they are anyway, lamb from the supermarket yesterday. And you can fry it up and brown it, but I'm only half-hearted in that approach today. And then frying up my veggies here. And I'm actually going to do this without tomato. So the recipe, this is a Pete Evans recipe, so I probably shouldn't give you the whole thing because it's copyrighted to him. But the recipe calls for tomatoes and tomato paste, which I just totally leave out, and it tastes beautiful. So I'm going to pop my my lamb, and I'm going to use broccoli instead of cauliflower. And I'm going to put chicken stock in instead of beef stock because that's what I have in the freezer because I made some last week. And then I'm going to pop it in my oven for a couple of hours. And then I'm going to add, what am I going to add? Kale at the end. Cavallonero, kale, any type of kale. You could chuck in silver beet or spinach or whatever green thing you like at the end for a little bit. It's beautiful. Mwah. See you soon. So look, I'm a terrible cheat when it comes to cooking because it's not one of my first loves. That's probably why I struggle with food so much. So this recipe calls for 2 litres of stock reduced down to 1 litre. So I've actually chucked in 3 cups and I've defrosted it enough so I can get it out of the container, and I'm just going to chuck it in. And you know what? That's going to melt in a few minutes, and then cover my lamb, broccoli because I haven't got cauliflower, and those other vegetables. And then this is another trick I just learnt with this recipe. So you pop your baking paper over your casserole dish. And then you grab your lid, pop the lid on. Tight fitting lid. And voila, it comes out really juicy and lovely. So there you go. Ossobuco lamb. I've just chopped the lamb off the shank. And I've got 4 meals out of that. There's my kale. It's been cooking a bit longer than 10 minutes now. I left it during the day just so I could have it for dinner and lunch. And there's my finger. Here's Is Merlin keen for a bit? You're not getting it this time, mate. You want some lamb shanks for tea? Hey? Merlin, sit. Good boy. Merlin has just had 5 chicken necks for dinner, haven't you, mate? You stole the ones off the cats too, didn't you, sweetie? I don't think you can eat much more after that. Yes, you can. Hey? Oh,